They're going to talk about thought leadership. We'll welcome Dr. James Ong up on stage again. Along with him, Ms. Thong Kuan. She's the CEO of Cargo Botanical Drug Biotech. Before this, she has worked 15 years in a private wealth fund where she has advised companies on their financing needs in their journey towards listing and IPO. I'll leave the stage to them. Can we have a round of applause?
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much for your patience. I have only 5 minutes. The topic here is about keyword thought leadership for strategic AI and deep tech investment. I know the VC has asked this particular question. So my partner, Yuin Kuan, is here with me. She has 20 over years of experience in investment banking. I'm a technologist. We are here to do something different. Because we are here in Penang, because I feel that Penang will be the major hub for semiconductor and advanced manufacturing. That's why, thanks to Renee for inviting me to come. I'm here to make a difference. And exactly like what the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister mentioned about. And one of the things why we want to do here is that if in Asia we want to lead in terms of technology, we need to have thought leadership. We have to learn from the American and the European because they are the best in doing it. So as such, we are here to share our perspective, how to lead the corporation as well as the deep tech startup in AI and biotech to go listing in NASDAQ. That's why we're forming this partnership to make it happen. Can we have the next slide, please? As such, I want to let Yuin Kuan explain why we are here. Right?
Thank you, Dr. James. Thank you, Renee. Thank you for having me here today. I'm very excited today because finally I have a chance to stand on the same stage with Dr. James. Okay, apart from thought leadership, my part, I will also touch on the Deeptech, IP strategy, and of course my favorite topic, NASDAQ listing. I'm going to share more on tomorrow in different session. Okay, for now, we talk about, because I'm in the biotech sector, so I very much focus on innovative idea, and finance is about a language of the elite. You see where people put their money is a biotech, information services, and software, pharmaceutical, technical hardware, semiconductors. So all these are the familiar sectors that you can find in Penang. Okay, this report is done by my ex-colleague from McKinsey. You can see the ROI in terms of long-term revenue growth. We also very much focus on the same sector.
So if I can add something to it, if you want to make a lot of money as an investor or as an individual, pay attention to what McKinsey has written for innovation in biotech, in technology like AI and healthcare are the big area of investment. And you need to bring them to NASDAQ listing in order to make that money. And that is a thing that Penang needs to have if you want to be successful, to be the Silicon Valley of the East. Because in the US, Silicon Valley always needs Wall Street. Without Wall Street, it's not going to work. That's why we need to have the VC coming.
This year we are going to talk about deep tech.
Yes.
Deep tech is disruptive. Yeah, we are looking for something that's disruptive.
Yuin Kuan actually she has unique background. She has brought 11 plus company listing in NASDAQ, 3 of them in NASDAQ, and the rest in Hong Kong and many places. That's why we're working together to make this happen.
Thank you.
IP.
Okay, when it comes to IP strategy, I work closely with IPOS, and we follow very closely about the development and the announcement of the repo. From investment background, we focus on valuation. So when it comes to valuation, we definitely zoom into patent right, trademark, and latest filing that is announced by a repo. That's the thing.
If you look at this chart, we want to tap into the best brain and the IP from all these major countries. Of course, we have friends from China, from Europe, from US as well. And we also have friends from Taiwan. We actually have many accumulated IP over these years. So this is about Cargo. Cargo is the silver sponsor for this event.
Okay, I'm very blessed because I have a chance to work with top-notch scientists from China, Taiwan, and among them are the first Nobel Prize winner of China, Tu Youyou. Okay, they produced this book is after the R&D for 20 years, done for 20 years. So I think this is something that we are looking into. It's got to do with gut health, inflammation, anti-inflammation, and of course the drugs that we produce. We got 6 FDA approval for the past 5 to 8 years.
How many FDA approval already?
6.
They already got 6 FDA approval in the US. That means they're primed for listing in the US right now. And it's actually amazing that Kuan discovered such a Deeptech IP. Dr. Chen is one of the leading inflammation experts, and he has a theory about how the inflammation system works. And he has also have a way to discover new drugs, all kinds of drugs to help solve the problem, right? I'm not an expert in this area, this is what I learned. I got very excited when Yuin with her network and expertise recognized this. Immediately we found the IP, we're ready to bring them to listing because they have all the necessary material. And this is what we need to learn from the Silicon Valley. Right? So if they want to be Silicon Valley, do you want to do that? I'm sure you have to do the same thing, right? So that's what happened.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Dr. James. Thank you.
Yeah, the book, we're actually going to give away 3 copies of the book as a lucky draw. And there's a book of Cargo out there. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about deep tech in artificial intelligence, a field that has been involved since 1986 in the US, then in China, in Singapore and ASEAN. And this is the area where I felt there's a lot of opportunity. Trust me, it's not large language model or foundation model. It has to be something far more advanced than what you see today with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is still at the very beginning of the foundation model, and in simple layman terms, we want to build AI that can learn, remember, reason, plan, and have common sense, just like all humans. At the same time, we must be steerable, governable, and safe. And that is very difficult to build. But this is the future of artificial intelligence, and all of you, Penang, together in Singapore and ASEAN can play a role in doing it. But you must start with what? Thought leadership. If you have no thought leadership, you're not able to do this. And that's where we need to learn from the Silicon Valley. And interestingly, the biotech and AI has a lot of crossover. That's why we also look into how the AI for science can help in terms of biotech, discovery and engineering. And we need the best talent from MIMOS. Dr. Thong, you have all the scientists in Malaysia, we have A-Star in Singapore, we have all the research institutions in Malaysia and Singapore and the rest of ASEAN. We need to rally all the research institutions to come up with the best IP and the deep tech technology. Of course, entrepreneurs and businessmen like all of you to bring them to NASDAQ for listing. So, where I'm coming from, I started AIII's Artificial Intelligence think tank 8 years ago because I felt that there's certain things we need to go and make happen. As a think tank, we're not here to make money. It's to advocate thought leadership, engagement, an ecosystem like here, and at the same time, we need to act on it. Commercialization into venture building with deep tech and IP, that's why I'm collaborating with Kuan, is to bring the company listing in NASDAQ. And hope all of you can join us for that journey. So this is my goal. Thought leadership just came out in June. We are giving away 3 copies in the lucky draw. I have a few copies to be sold in front of the booth. And welcome, I can sign a copy for you as well. And this is recently presented to 2 ministers in Singapore. If you're from Singapore, you know Minister Josephine Teo. She's in charge of the AI strategy in Singapore. And Mr. Chi Hong Tak, he is the Deputy Minister of Finance, also Minister of Transportation in Singapore, rising star as a politician in Singapore. And many other luminary like from Google. She's the head of trust and safety from Google Silicon Valley. Also Mr. Simon See, the head of NVIDIA of Technology Center in Singapore. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
welcome to our booth and have a exchange with us. Thank you.
Thank you.